You know, your favorite moment for you, your favorite moment all time.
My favorite moment. I worked for Alan Jurgens and we beat Secretariat with an onion.
What was that moment like?
Unbelievable. You know, you beat Secretariat, you know, you're supposed to beat the greatest horse in racing. And Mr. Jurgens being with a horse called Onion. Yeah, it was a great time. It was very exciting.
Let me ask you, right? After Onion beat Secretariat, right? What was the barn like when y'all got back to the barn with Onion?
It was up all night. You know, Mr. Jurgens, we'd go back in the afternoon and stuff like that and feed, and Mr. Jurgens would say, Artie, here's $100. Go down and get as much as chicken and a couple of cases of beer. And I'd come back to the barn and he'd be feeding the horses. And people would be eating chicken, drinking beers, stuff like that.
And you know, do you got a favorite horse of all time?
Yeah, my pony I used to ride. You know what the favorite horse is? The one you bet on that wins.
When you see a horse like Rich Strike, what that mean to you?
At any time, any horse can win.
Yeah.
You know, doesn't matter if he was a claimer or was well bred. Like any time when it's the horse's day, he can win.
Yeah, yeah. Alan Jurgens, man, what kind of guy was Mr. Jurgens?
Oh, the chief.
The chief.
He was the chief. We used to play football. Right over here in the Gap, we used to come over there before we went back and feed. And again, he'd say, "Yeah, here's $100. Go buy some soda and stuff and beers. We'll play a game or two, and then we'll get in the barn and take care of the horses." Yeah, Chief was a great guy. Great guy.
Man, what's the why for you, man? Keep you coming back.
They say once it gets in your blood, you can't shake it. It just keeps bringing you back. Right. I mean, you know, one day you could have $1 million, and the next day you could be asking your buddy to buy you a coffee.
Facts.
That's what the racetrack does to people.
Facts. Wow.
Yeah, you're up, made a whole lot of money today. Tomorrow you're looking to get $1.50 to get a coffee. But that's the racetrack. Yep, that's the racetrack.
Where you grew up at?
The racetrack right across the street. When I went to high school and stuff like that, all my friends had paper routes, worked in a deli, worked in a supermarket. I walked right across the street. They told me, Artie, you can walk around in a circle for 4 or 5 hours, make $300–400. I said, that's me. I can walk around a circle. So I walked around a circle and then went to school, graduated high school and stuff, started college. The racetrack just kept drawing me back in, drawing me back in.
Who was the best jockey you ever seen ride a horse?
I seen Angel Cordero fall off a horse on the inside rail and run on the rail and jump back on his horse and finish the race.
Wow.
Angel Cordero was one of the best that I seen, was one of the best laden riders.
As a trainer, who was the best trainer in your opinion all time?
Alan Jurgens.
Alan Jurgens.
Yeah,
Alan
yeah.
Jurgens.
He always said, Artie, I can't believe, you know, we have a lot of horses, you know, we have 40 horses, but those Arabs, they give all those nice horses to Todd Pletcher, to Clement, to Todd Skiffington. How come they don't ever give me good horses? I said, I don't know, Chief. I don't know. He could never understand that, why none of the Arabs ever offered him real nice horses. You know, all those guys, you know, they get a lot of nice horses from those Arabs.
Yep. You know, what do you think about a program like this, man? Us talking to...
Well, it's always nice. It's nice for the racetrack. It's nice for the racetrackers. You know, people get to hear what's going on the backside. You know, on the backside, if you don't come through the gate and stuff like that, you don't know nothing on what's going on over here. You come through the gate and stuff like that, and it's a whole new place. You know, it's its own little village and stuff like that.
It's a city within a city.
People sleep here, grow up here.
I had a guy told me that I interviewed in Kentucky. He said he once met a guy in New York that never left the race, never left the backside in 32 years.
You don't have to. You know,
Nothing.